I really wish that it would just leave me out of combat. If I ran away from the things, it's probably this stuff, actually. Where are you? I see ya. I see ya, you bastards. I know you're over there. Or not. Well, at least I see him on the compass. Let's go get that real quick. So we're going to run up and around. Do I want to do that, or do I want to go get these real quick? What is that? That's just a scan of mineral. You know what? Let's go get that real quick, because it's like right over here. Because then we'll head down and go help those people stuck in the monolith. Overall, though, you know, despite the getting stuck in combat every now and again, there's not many bugs in the game that are like game-breaking, except for weird animation issues. Okay, that's a good idea. Oh, are you serious? Stop it. What is this thing? What is that? A Rokar Saboteur. I'm gonna saboteur his face with my fist. Did that actually work? I think it might have. I'm being shot, so I need to reflect back at him for a second. Okay, let me do this. I am gonna smack him. Oh, I really ought to aim. Okay, oh gosh, that's bad. I gotta get my shield back. Bam. Ooh, that, once I got him, that like one-shot him. I mean, that's the thing. What the heck is all that? Wildlife, like, fight going on over there. I'm gonna open this real quick. That's the thing with the Incinerate. It's really nice for removing their armor. So when I do stuff like that, oh geez, that thing was big. Anyways, when I do stuff like that, essentially, I know that it's gonna do a lot of damage, which I kind of like. That's why this build actually works really well for us. I'm glad that we can keep up with it. I think I only still have one shot on the sniper rifle, so I may have to respec. Where was it? I don't even see him. Oh, hi there. Whoa, hi. I'm being attacked from all angles. Hey, you. Get dead. I mean, it does... whiffed. I wasn't sure where the head was going to be. It does do a lot of damage now. So I'm super... just going to wait for him to pop right there. Ooh, through the trees, baby. Through the trees. Oh, that feels good. I don't care about the multi-shots now. I mean, I do, but it's just one of those things. What was that? Where did it go? Oh, hello there. Oh, come on. I feel like, I should probably respec that, sniper rifle talent. Because it's just a matter of, if I can get it so, what was it, reload speed is better over the ammo. I mean, it all kind of depends on the Black Widow, which we're going to make at level 40, so I don't know. It's kind of tough to say, because we're close. Like, how close are we? Ooh, I can save now, which means I can quick travel. I got about 90% of a level, but that'll go pretty quickly if I'm finishing these missions off, so that might be something that I need to consider as an option here. Let's actually go... where is the sniper rifle? Is it 2 down? It is. I should probably just use the radial menu, because it does give me my guns quicker. The guns that I want, which I'm surprised that is the thing. That was a very close-up sniper shot. Hey... you. What about, I figure I may as well use the sniper rifle now that it's upgraded.
Got them all.
Like I said before, I have been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. My aim has gotten better playing that game. It is different though. You know, it's like the difference between playing Unreal Tournament or Overwatch or Quake, and playing Arma 3. You know, so there's a difference in the shooting. Your aim does improve, but it is on different skill levels. Can I not pull my gun out? Okay, that's fine. No gun then. I hear enemies. Gun. 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 Okay. If I just do this, it should be able to work. Yes, cool. Because this guy looks big and bad. Fire combo. Back up.
Undocumentated minerals has been detected, Pathfinder.
But where? Oh, I see. Element 0 sample. Can I loot it? No. Alright, that's fine. It's just in a little teeny tiny cave. Oh, it just dawned on me. Oh. See, this entire time I'm going, something seems very familiar about this. Like, look at this view right here. Something seems so familiar about this. That's because if you ever played SWTOR, you know this feels exactly like Korriban. Because that planet was this. It is essentially this. And I think that this is to the Remnant Abyss. Very interesting. I wonder if this is where I need to go once I get all the vaults up. Maybe not. I don't know. Either way, it all makes sense now. This is Korriban. It's exactly what it looks like. Ah, it makes sense now. Also, those creepy flying things. It's a pretty game. Despite some of its animation issues every now and again, it is a pretty game. I do wish that whatever happens, I mean, let's look at Anthem, for example. Anthem, from its trailer, which was a gameplay trailer, don't get me wrong, like that looked like it, I mean, it was all in engine, it was all gameplay, but the first part of it, who knows what that was, with like the close-up of the faces and the animations and stuff. It looks like Anthem is kind of using the same techniques that, you know, say Battlefront 2 might be, which would be really good. Okay, why don't you get off there so I can... Okay, that's bad. Let's go over here and get up in there and melee him. I mean, if I can find a really good sword again. Did I actually ever equip that really good one that I have? I don't remember. Where did it even... Oh. I might kind of go down more of the melee tree. I need someone help you. Obviously that was the dude I just killed. Had to have been. Either way, what I was trying to say is... No, I've lost it. It's gone. It's gone. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's just your thoughts leave you.
Slime on your skin. I suggest you wash it off immediately.
Let's be careful around the native flora, okay, everyone?
Yeah, please.
I'm gonna guess those mushrooms aren't edible.
Gonna guess not, but I will scan them. Thank you, Cora, for letting me know that I can scan it. Speaking of, there is something to scan in here. It's not quite letting me do it, so jump up here, I'm gonna get some ammo. Danger, Will Robinson, danger! Aha, I remember. See, I know it comes back to me eventually. I really hope that Anthem and Dragon Age use the same graphic techniques that Battlefront 2 did. Because Battlefront 2 was gorgeous. Say what you want about that game. It's one of the best freaking looking games to ever come out. Period. I hate the nullifiers. Okay, let's get behind them. No, you don't want to... There we go. There we go. I mean, Anthem looked like it was using some of those techniques, but whoever knows. Whoever knows what a game's going to look like until it actually comes out. We said the same thing about Andromeda, how pretty it looks. And look at all the animation issues. So we might run into the exact same problem. I know I've said this before, but I really hope the next Dragon Age takes into account that stuff. Because... What is it telling me to scan? Oh, was it just telling me to get that nickel? Okay. I hope Dragon Age uses that stuff because I feel like they could easily implement that rather than making these like weird adjustments to make the game that they want to make. Why don't you actually utilize the engine to work for you rather than against you? Because that seems like both Inquisition and Andromeda have had these issues of. I mean, Andromeda less so because it is a shooter, which is a little bit easier to kind of get that going as opposed to Inquisition, which they had to finagle a ton of stuff in order to even get that working. Better crafting. Interesting. I'm gonna go back here and look. But I feel like if they really wanted to implement the engine to kind of work on their side, there would... Ah, there it is. Take the weird-looking Hovaro hops back to the vortex. Cool. We can do that. I feel like the game would be a lot better for it. Like, Inquisition was good, don't get me wrong, but, like, their horse stuff was weird, and some of the combat, even though it worked as well as you would expect a Dragon Age game to, and it was even a little bit more action-y, which I appreciate, still was... Oh, these are the people trapped in stasis. This still was not quite what it could have been. And I hope that
Found them.
they change some
The
of them.
researchers caught the stasis feed. Exactly where Kieran said they would be.
Right. So essentially, things coming at me?
That should do it.
Cool. In that case, let's come over here and Remnant console. This one actually would be pretty easy to... And I have one decryption. No, I have two decryptions. How much do I want to do this? You know what? Let's figure it out. So it can't be that one, but it could be this one. Actually, it has to be that one because it can't be that one because this one has to be that one. So that one is that one. These are pretty easy to figure out, all things considered. So that can't be... Wait, so this one has to be this. Whoops. Because it can't be there or over here. This one has to be not that one. Has to be that one. Which means the final one in that list is this one. Which means the final one in this list is that one. Which means this should all be pretty easy to figure out. First things first. That one. And of course, that one. Submit. Nice, pretty easy.
Reading of the monitors and... Scatting stars. What? Who are you? How did...
Thanks isn't necessary. Just doing my job.
More aliens? Out of nowhere? And Jal?
Boo.
Do none of you remember getting frozen? Frozen? I don't understand. We were just working on the monolith and then you appeared.
You should return to Palev. Kieran will want to speak to you.
Maybe you're right. Oh, I feel a head splitter coming on.
That would be trippy.
We should make sure they return to the station. Who knows what lingering effects they might suffer from.
Okay, so we need to return to her, him, her, whatever it is, to be like, hey, you're all right down there, right? You're not going to pass out along the way? I should probably just quick travel, but I do want to take a look around, because you know me, there might be loot. Though, oop, no, there is a container. Aha, see? It's nothing that's useful, but it was loot. I was right. Ooh, ammo. That I will take, although I think I just topped off, so. There's a container, garbage, and some nickel. So, now that I've done that, I can teleport back to here. I do have to go back to the vortex. That's the thing is, I think once we get done with most of the quests here, I'm going to have like 30 quests to take back to all sorts of different places. So it's one of those, I should just kind of keep going and don't worry about going back.
You don't feel any different?
I don't think so. Why? Do you?
My mind feels clouded, but I don't know if I'm just tired.
Oh, I see.
What do you mean, grey spiky aliens? Ket?
No, these were different. We were doing a survey of the area and saw them before the freeze.
You mean Turians? You saw Turians?
Why don't you and Torvald talk about that later?
Interesting.
Right now, I want to thank you for saving my team.
You weren't lying. Kieran told us everything. She even had pictures.
I apologize for the indifferent welcome you received from me earlier.
After everything you've faced, I wouldn't have blamed you if you shot at me.
We're all glad that didn't happen.
Ryder, what you have done here, your remnant understanding and your Sam should convince Ephra you're an asset.
We did it.
We should speak to him as soon as we can. Perhaps on the Tempest?
Kieran, I've been thinking, if Ryder can use remnant, couldn't we fix the monoliths? Stop Haval's decline?
Havarl's decline?
This will take time to explain. We can discuss it further when you have time.
I like how they basically said, like, hey, there's several conversations you can have here. Make sure you have the time to go through them. It's good. I like that. I do want to talk to her.
You were saying something about the planet being in decline?
It doesn't look like it, but Havarl is sick. It started here, uncontrolled mutations in organic life, killing some, turning others into poison. We're starting to see the same elsewhere. The planet's ecosystem is crumbling, slowly but surely.
It's the monoliths. There are only 2 of them when there should be 3.
So I go to the 3rd monolith, turn it on, reset the vault, and voila.
That is just the thing, Pathfinder Ryder. There is no 3rd monolith. It's lost.
What?
How do you lose an entire monolith?
It could be destroyed for all we know.
We've never tried asking the sages. There could be something in their oral history.
Stars. Those superstitious hermits don't care about modern Angara. You know that.
You saw the projections for the planet's survival. What do we have to lose?
Sages? Oral histories?
On Mithratha, that old remnant edifice over there. They trace their families back to a time just after the Scourge. They believe isolation will maintain the purity of the histories by preventing contamination by modern thought. Basic sense. They probably don't even understand or care that Havarl's dying.
What wind is blowing so Jaw's thing is like, is he like under an air conditioning unit? And his like Shaw is like blowing around?
If asking your sages doesn't work, we'll be back here. So what's the harm in it?
The trek up Mithratha's teeming with Remnant. Most of us don't attempt it, but maybe you could do it. Follow the Remnant River, and keep your head. I'd hate to hear something terrible happened in pursuit of some ancient legend.
I see. Okay, cool. Well, that's actually rather interesting. Who's the, oh, so I need to talk to him too. Did we read that data pad? We did. It's interesting that it's just a monolith is missing. Like, how does that even happen? I like the depth of this game though. They keep giving us like little tiny things here and there. I just wish that it was slightly more than it is. But, you know, at the same time, I still am enjoying Havarl. There's a lot here on this planet. And if we look at like the map, you know, this is what we have. But there's a thing all the way over here. So there's bound to be stuff in between that we're going to have to go do. And then we're going to have like 1 million quests to go turn in right afterwards. We're still nowhere close to 40. We'll get there though.